we are playing a game that I got for super cheap on stream. It's a romance game, but it has one of those premises, supposedly, where everything you do, choice-wise, affects your gameplay. So, I am just gonna play as myself, because I don't have any other reason not to. You get to make your character, and go from there. My eyes don't look like that. There we go. Uh, but beige is also not the right color. My eyes are brown, thank you. Uh, I just want to play this game because it looked hella cute, badooch, on, like, all of it, so I just wanted to do it. And that's really it, actually. I just wanted to, play this game. And I figured now's a great time as any to play because, you know what? I have a lot of freckles, actually. Hand size, yeah. I also have a pair of glasses. Maybe not like that. Nope, not like that. There we go. That's better. I know. I'm a basic bitch. I'm sorry. Oh, I got birthmarks everywhere, yo. I don't have any scars, but I am freckled up the wazoo. Oh, give me a pant and a shirt. I wear necklaces, I wear bracelets, I do not wear hats. I just don't like them. I'm making a poor explanation of this game, but realistically, that's kind of not the point of games. I've never actually played this too far. I played a little bit of it, I got maybe 5 minutes in, and I wasn't opposed to it, so I was like, you know what, I've got a YouTube channel. I'm gonna put this up on the channel because nobody can stop me. So we're gonna go. Oh boy, words. Summer in Sunset Bird was a special time of year. Your usually sleepy town began to bustle. It was a popular tourist destination with people coming from all over to enjoy the beach, the weather, and the relaxation that came with both. The smell of the ocean, crisp and salty, hung in the air, bringing 3 whole months of schoolless vacation with it. Ah, yes, to be a kid again and just have to worry about school. God, I wish I could go back and redo all my stuff. During the summer, your moms didn't like you to wander too far outside of your neighborhood, so you knew the area pretty well. Moms. Okay. Like I said, I only got 5 minutes in this, but this indicates... Do I have, like, 2 different moms, like a mom and a stepmom? Or are they, like, in a sapphic relationship? I need context for this. Only because I haven't played this far, I'm curious to see where it's gonna go. That included the people. Families came and went from Sunset Bird, but they mostly stayed and did what your mom called putting down roots. They built businesses, they got to know each other, and they definitely said hello to the nice young kids who waved when passing their stores. I'm gonna be honest, that sounds really nice, I know a lot of people don't like that ideal, but I would love that. Just a small, sleepy town, maybe not near an ocean, because Mother Nature likes to middle finger coastlines hard. Going for a walk around town mostly meant that the familiar, friendly residents waved or asked how your family was, or most often just said, hello. Oh, I forgot about this in the game. You get to make choices, which is fun. Choice number 1, you didn't really get why they always said hi. They saw you every day, but you nodded back at them anyway. For the record, I picked this the first time because I actually do this because my mom raised me to be hella polite, so yeah. I'll read the other ones, but I always pick this one because that's what I do anyway in real life. You end up saying hi to a lot of different people since most of the tourists that came and went every summer were the same ones. That sounds terrifying. You were too anxious to say hi back to most of the other residents that greeted you, but they all knew you well enough to expect that. I'm gonna be honest, I've never... Let me rephrase that, because I recently got diagnosed. I have high-functioning anxiety, but I've just never been that anxious. I get anxious in big crowds. But that's a me thing, so whatever. It was the polite thing to do, after all, and your moms had taught you always to be respectful. But today... there was a man sitting on the curb outside your house. He was sitting with his head in his hands, his whole body slumped over, and you wondered if he was even a real person, or a statue that had magically sprung up from the ground overnight. Whoever or whatever he was, you'd never seen him before. One thing about knowing everyone in Sunset Bird was that people who you didn't recognize really, really stood out. It was rare for tourists to venture into the quote-unquote residential district, as your moms called it. So, for you, not knowing who a total stranger was set off a lot of red flags. Yo, legit though, I don't know you, why are you sitting in front of my house? Your mom's had a talk with you and your big sister Lizzie about this kind of situation before. You hadn't exactly been listening at the time, you think it'd be okay to talk to new people. Some people are like that. I need a background info before we go that far. They mentioned that some people aren't good to talk to, but other types of people can help you even if you don't know them. That is true, but that should be a case-by-case basis, not basis. It should be a based on case. There we go. You remember that it's okay to run away if you feel uncomfortable. You don't have to worry about being polite then. True. That is so true. But I'm more in this camp. But you weren't sure about this man yet. Still, you felt a bit scared knowing that he was blocking the way to your front door, but you were pretty interested. You wanted to know more about what was going on. Whether he was nice or not, you didn't want to be bothered. Fuck, dude. That is legitimately, like, sometimes I would feel this so deep, like, childhood me would be like, why are you here? Yeah, we're gonna base this off childhood, because I feel like I'm, what, 9 in this? You slowed down as though you know about how you could get good around this. There was a split second where your eyes met. That wasn't good. He was probably going to say something now that he'd seen you standing around here. Hey! You were right. His deep voice called out to you, but you didn't say anything. Unfortunately, the man stood up and started to make his way toward you. Not wanting to seem too approachable, you folded your arms and stared. Yeah, I'm not even going to read the other ones. That's exactly what I do. So? Do you live around here? What's your name? What the fuck? Dude, look at this man. Look at, he's got shark pants and like a tattoo of a stingray. Are you like a surfer? Like I said, I only played this for 5 minutes and decided to record it. You looked the man up and down, taking in his tan skin and relaxed appearance. At least his clothes were relaxed, the way he was acting wasn't. Oh, that's never a good combo. He had sharks on his shorts and a stingray tattoo, and you wondered if he was obsessed with the ocean or something. I gotta be a kid in this, right? Like, I'll let you know when I got to the part where I stopped and made a new save file. While you made your assessment, he looked at you expectantly, waiting for an answer to his question. Nope, never offer up your name. That's how the Fae get you. Never offer up your name unless you know they're people. I don't know if he's people. Look at him. He's smiling too much. Yeah, I live here. That's great. He looked happy to hear it, giving you a broad smile. $20 is $20. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a clean $20 bill. It crinkled in his hand as he held it up to you. Even more confused than before, you looked back at him. Could you do me a favor? Nothing bad. Sorry, I should have said, let me start over. Yeah, dude, like, I know my past life, $20 was $20, but I'm a grown adult with standards now. He cleared his throat and stood up straighter. From where you were standing, it just made him look creepier. Yeah, that sounds right. I have a son. His name is Cove, who's about your age. Okay, we're only like a couple sentences short of where I stopped playing, and then we got to redoing this and recording it. But also, the name Cove, is your name, like, Ocean? What? Cove, that seemed like such a strange name for an actual living person to you. But definitely the kind of name someone like this guy would give their kid. Cove's dad. We moved in across the street, see? Okay, this is actually where I stopped recording. So everything from here on out is all just, we're gonna see what's going on with it. He gestured toward the house that had been empty for a year, his watch catching the late afternoon sunlight and reflecting off the walls. The gigantic for sale sign was finally gone. You must be, hey, it's me, right? I met your moms earlier and they told me you were 8 just like him, so fuck yeah, dude, I guessed 9. He shook the $20 bill to bring it back to your attention, a hopeful smile, tilting his lips up at the corners. Can you try to be friends with my— Yo, what the fuck? Can you try to be friends with the boy? He's your kid, right? The boy indicates like you're babysitting him, not your son? Just give it a chance and you can keep this. He's a good kid, you'll like him. But you gotta keep it a secret too, okay? It wouldn't be friendly to say his dad sent you.
Do you mind?
Yeah, do other people get their parents to pay for friendships? Dude, I've been a social butterfly my whole fucking life. Had your moms done that for you and Lizzie? That made you frown. What do you say? Want to make a deal? No. I'll just hang out with your kid, bro. I don't want the money. I mean, I do want the money, but that's not the precedent we're trying to set in this game. No thank you, sorry. He deflated enough to notice, but not completely. It won't be so bad, even if just for the summer, that'd be enough. That only made this sound more strange to you. Why does it lasting for the summer matter? When it was clear his initial strategy wasn't going to fly, he tucked the bill back into a back pocket and changed the request. I get it, you don't have to. Would you be comfortable with he and I coming over for a normal visit? No money involved? Yeah, I'd have to— you just said it, I'm 8 in this universe, I don't have agency yet. You'd have to ask my moms. His smile got bigger again. His eyes crinkled at the sides. Of course, they invited us over earlier, but I'd like to ask you too. Homeboy, I'm 8. You don't ask me anything. We're not friends. Then I guess you can. I'll bring him by tomorrow. I wanted him to meet you— I said that wrong. I wanted him to meet and greet with the neighbors today, but— well, I don't know where he's gotten off to. Hey buddy, you sound like a really neglectful parent if you don't know where your 8-year-old is. He laughed when he said that, but with the way his face looked, you thought he actually wanted to cry. What is this face that is indicating maybe wanting to cry? This looks like the face of somebody who just said something real stupid and is trying to backtrack. If you see him, can you tell him to come on home? He's got a pink cast and glasses. You can't miss it. Sure. This definitely wasn't the normal way kids made friends. You knew that, but you were still going to help. Yeah, dude, if you're new to the neighborhood and you just moved here and this kid's wandering around, he might actually be lost. Not that he ran away, he might be lost. The man smiled and reached out to pat you on the head, paused before doing so, then pulled his hand away instead. Party foul. 10 minutes. To the couch. First down. Your moms are already checking around for me. Such a thoughtful group you are. Now I better go look too. Can't put everyone else to work while I keep sitting here. I thought he might come back, and that's not what's important. I have to go. Thanks again. So much. He jogged off down the street without another word. You decided to check the hills behind your house. Yeah, really quick. If you have an 8-year-old child, I feel like maybe step 1 first sight. Cool deal. I'll click that in a minute. I feel like if you have an 8-year-old kid, mayhaps you should be more concerned where they are, especially if you move to a new area. Like, I have a feeling this is specifically an island. Again, I don't know too much about this. An island, so maybe there's not that much space to wander, but at the same time, my dude, he is 8. Maybe be more concerned about where he is and not just sitting in front of some new people's house hoping that their 8-year-old kid wanders by so you can talk to them. That seems a little suspect. No offense. The chirping of crickets in the tall grass greeted you, quiet and familiar. From the top of the hill you could see the ocean. As you walked, you listened to the crush of the waves on the shore and the seagulls squawking as they settled down for the night. Do seagulls sleep at night? I've seen them before. They're always awake trying to steal people's food. Anybody who lives near seagulls, please confirm. You always loved the ocean. It was so much fun. You loved to hear stories about the sea, about the merfolk and sea serpents you imagined living far beneath the waves. You didn't enjoy the beach that much, especially the sand, which got absolutely everywhere. Okay, calm down, Anakin Skywalker. Jesus Christ. Sometimes you could almost convince yourself you had seen the flash of a shiny mermaid's tail in the distance. No offense, Like, fantasy's always been my jam, so I was one of those weird kids that was convinced mermaids were real, and then as I got older, I realized even if mermaids were real, mayhaps not Little Mermaid mermaids, but like, actual scary stuff. You took in a deep breath. You wanted to try and relax and couldn't. You weren't sure what, but something told you you weren't alone, so you glanced around. There was a boy sitting at the top of one hill, almost completely hidden within the long grass and white flowers surrounding him. Bro, you look depressed. Are you good? Do you want to talk about it? His head was buried in his knees, staring ahead by himself. For whatever reason, probably just that he wasn't paying attention, he hadn't noticed you yet. Yeah, that's a fair assessment. He might have not have noticed me because he's not paying attention. You watched him a minute longer, feeling a little bit like you'd found a deer in the wild. Though deer didn't have green hair, wavy eyebrows, huge glasses, pink casts, sad frowns. All of these are correct. Deer don't have any of these, but I feel like the fact that he's sad. Why are you sad, friend? But this new boy did. You wondered what could have upset him. After a few more seconds, you took a step forward, then another, and then he glanced your way. His aquamarine eyes reflected the light off of the moon. You stopped, raising a hand to acknowledge him and show you weren't scary. Okay, for the record, right? Kids are like this. They assume I gotta be real nice and, show I'm not a threat. You are 8 in this universe. The only thing you scare is maybe the crickets. Chill out. Hi. Hey, Space Cadet. Are you lost? First of all, I'm not a dad. Hey, Space Cadet isn't what we're going for. Are you lost seems like a redundant question, and hi seems really basic. But hella, you are basic. That is true. With a start, he jumped to his feet, his hands balling into fists at his sides. He didn't say anything, just stared at you in a strange way. He's been crying. There were traces of tears on his cheeks and his knees soaking the hem of his shorts, and his eyes were still shining with a few more. Look at him, he's a sad baby. You obviously caught him off guard. His pink cast seemed to glow in the twilight, though when he caught you staring at it, he hid his arm behind his back. Something the man earlier had said stuck out to you. Cove? Ah. Eyes wide, he studied you. How'd you know that? Homeboy, I know we're 8, but we're not dumb, right? I'm all-knowing. I'm all-knowing. Yeah, no, that's a me line. That's a lie. Tell the truth. Okay, your dad told me who you were. Damn, dude. No, don't owe me. We're 8. We're allowed to be silly. So, is this your hill? He gestured with his uninjured arm to the patch of grass surrounding you, his face falling at the prospect. I can leave if it is. You can't own a hill. That's like saying you own a part of the ocean. Owning things in the wild is a wild construct that human beings decided was real. It's not actually a for real thing that happens. You can't own a hill, my guy. Why not? How could you? Yeah, good job, electronic me. You just do. I had a hill back home. Well, this still isn't mine. Oh. He sat back down with a thump, resting his chin on his knees again. Curious about the strange new boy with the odd dad, you sat on the patch of grass next to him. The pure white flowers that covered this hill rocked back and forth gently as the stars twinkled above. The way they dotted the sky made them seem like flowers, too. Alright, I'ma just cut it right here. Not that I'm cutting the stream, just cutting it right here. This is such a well way to describe stuff. Like, I know a lot of people, scoff at, these kinds of games where it's like a story that you are playing through, but these people that do these, there's a lot of thought and ideas that go into them, and the fact that they have to make the background scenery, right? All this in the background, plus the characters you have to interact with, that's a lot of time, effort, and patience. I understand it's not everybody's jam, but you don't have to be rude about it. Back on track. The night wind was cool as it traveled over the ocean and up the hill, chasing away the heat from the afternoon sun. Why'd your family move? Why are you here? Wow, okay. I don't think I've ever been that aggressive towards somebody. No, why'd your family move? A quiet hiccup escaped Cove as soon as you asked the question. Fuck! Almost like they'd never stopped, his tears started up again with a vengeance. Bro, don't Hayao Miyazaki me right now. Don't do that. Now I have feels. My parents, they don't want to live together with me anymore. The tears fell fast and heavy over his flushed cheeks, sticking in his dark lashes. Okay, so your parents are getting a divorce and you're not taking it well. Understood. I got enough context from that because I'm 29 and I'm not dumb. My mom made my dad leave and he took me with him, and now we have a house here and I want to go home. The outburst took you off guard. By the time he was done wailing, Cove's chest was heaving with exhaustion. He sniffled and removed his glasses, wiping at his eyes with the back of his hand before he put them back on again. I hate this place. I want my real life back. I want my mom. I'm sorry, your dad seems kinda nice. You'll like it here, you just have to get used to it. Stop crying. First of all, don't tell people that. Crying is a natural human response to overstimulation. It is a pressure release valve that all humans have. Crying is also an indicator to other humans that something is wrong and you specifically need some help. Even if you don't have an answer for the person crying, still asking, "Are you okay?" makes you a semi-decent human being. I will die on this hill. I'll get off my soapbox. You'll like it here, you just have to get used to it. I don't know, I feel like I'm sorry is place-stating, but this seems like I'm hand-waving away like the thing. Your dad seems kinda nice. I feel like he's mad at his dad for moving them. So maybe we don't pick this option. I'm sorry. He slipped his hand underneath his glasses and pressed his fingers against his eyelids. Cove wound himself up again for another long crying fit. You felt bad for him, being forced to come here with no choice. You couldn't imagine what it would feel like to live with only one of your moms. It must be pretty hard. But from way off in the distance, you heard your parents. Oh, okay, Mommy. And Cove's dad, who's Mom. Oh, okay, so I do have two moms. This is sapphic shit. Understood. Kids, where'd you go? Cove looked at you, tears still clinging to his cheeks. Don't tell them we're here. It will be okay. Yeah, like I understand we're on a pretty isolated island and it seems to be pretty safe. However, and I cannot stress this enough, children left alone, unsupervised late at night might not be a good idea. So, it will be okay. You're struck by the sudden need to reassure Cove. It's not gonna all be fun, but isn't he your family too? Yeah, I guess. Then you can count on him when you really, really need him. I'm really glad that I'm in this universe, but seem to have, you know, some kind of, like, skill points in wisdom. Not much, but some. You shot him a grin and pushed yourself to your feet. Slowly, Cove stood up with you, still looking a little reluctant. His dad's voice rang out again. Cove, can you hear me? He looked toward the sound of his dad's voice, silent, then turned away while rubbing his not bandaged arm. I still don't want to go. Sorry. You tried to convince him, you waited silently with him, you called out yourself. Come on, dude. Are you sure? You don't have to stay outside the whole night and sleep on wet grass. Before Cove could say anything else, you heard his dad's voice again, even closer than before. There you are, bud. Yeah, I'm about to say, if this is an open field and it's just two kids standing, I'm pretty sure we don't have to do fuck. They're gonna see us anyway. The trio of parents appeared over the curve of the hill. Instantly, all their eyes landed on you, and they rushed over. Oh, damn! Look, I got moms. Okay, so I got the skin tone from you, and I got the glasses from you. Rosy cheeks from you. Do you have freckles? Was freckles just new? Suspicious. Both of your moms were at your side in a split second, faces filled with worry. Hella, you're here after all. We had been at the park to check for Cove and then heard what happened earlier when you met the new neighbor. I thought you might have gone off further away. No, we were just sitting in the grass. Oh no, but Cove didn't want to go home just yet. Mommy gave Cove a small smile, and then she turned back to you. Thank God you're both fine. Were you two having fun out here? You looked over at Cove, who was wiggling against his dad's tight hug and pushing at his arms. I think I'm gonna marry him. I'm 8. We just met this boy. What? Yeah, I like him. For the record, I don't know if that means, like, relationship-wise, or if it means, like, I like him, as in... Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, we hung out, he was cool. We'll have to see. Finally letting go of his squirming, scowling son, Cove's dad turned on the three of you. Thank you very much for finding him. I really don't know this neighborhood. Bro, you just moved here. What the fuck do you mean you don't know this neighborhood? You haven't even been here that long to know this neighborhood. Good thing Helen knows this whole area so well. Thanks, Mom. Absolutely. We should be getting home now. It's been a long day for us all. Say goodbye, Cove. The two of them walked off into the darkness, heading towards the neighborhood. He watched Cove's bright pink cast until it disappeared. Tell you what, we'll have a proper playdate tomorrow, okay? Alright, so Mom is the one with glasses. Mommy is the one with, like, the MILF body. Got it. Your new friend's dad wanted to bring you by to see you and Lizzie. How does that sound? Sounds like words. It sounds like words. I don't even want other options. It sounds like words. Both of your moms laughed, the sounds overlapping into warm, familiar choruses. Mommy put her arm around your shoulder and led you towards the path. Satisfied and more than a little ready to go to bed after your long, exciting day, you followed them home. Choose your feelings for Cove. This is how you feel towards Cove for this step. It can change in later steps. Interest. I mean, we're definitely not at crush level. What the hell? We're not indifferent either. Fine. Fond? And then comfort. Direct, relaxed, nervous. I'm a direct comforter, dude. I don't like not being direct with people. And we're ready. Being step 1 at direct fondness. You won't be able to change it again until step 2. Yes? Oh, achievement unlocked. Childhood friendship. Save. I just wanted to save it. And I think we're gonna just do the first episode here for no other reason than I want to make this into a whole series, and I don't know how long I've actually been playing, so we'll just cut it here. Stay tuned for the next one. Bye!